I found my wife's burner phone taped behind our bedroom dresser while installing a smart thermostat she'd been begging me to get for months. The irony wasn't lost on me. Emily wanted the house at 72 degrees year-round, and I'd finally caved after her promotion to senior marketing director at Caldwell and Associates. She deserved it, I thought. 6 years of 60-hour weeks, missed dinners, weekend conferences. I was proud of her. The phone was an older iPhone, secured with black electrical tape in a Ziploc bag. My hands shook as I peeled it free from the wood. It powered on with 13% battery remaining. No passcode required. I should have stopped there. Put it back. Asked her about it like a rational human being. But something in my gut, that primal instinct that every man dreads, told me that ignorance was no longer an option. The messages loaded slowly, my Wi-Fi struggling to reach the bedroom. When they appeared, my world tilted sideways. Can't wait for Denver next week. Tell Brian you're extending the conference an extra day. The sender was listed as J in her contacts. The timestamp read 3 days ago. I scrolled up. Months of messages. Hundreds of them. Last night was incredible. I can still taste you. My wife suspects nothing. She thinks I'm at the gym every morning. When you wore that red dress to the office party, I almost lost it in front of everyone. My legs gave out. I sat hard on our bedroom floor, the same floor where Emily and I had made love just that morning before she left for work. The same floor where our 4-year-old daughter Lily had jumped on our bed 2 hours earlier, demanding pancakes. Lily. The thought of my daughter snapped me back to reality. She was downstairs watching cartoons, completely unaware that her father's hands were trembling so badly he could barely hold a phone. I kept reading, my throat constricting with each message. The affair had started 8 months ago, right around the time Emily joined the executive leadership team. Jay was her colleague. That much was clear from the messages referencing office politics and client meetings. They'd been together in Chicago, Atlanta, Boston. Every business trip for the past 8 months had been a lie. I love you. I know we agreed not to say it, but I do. This isn't just physical anymore. I love you too, but we have to be careful. Brian's been asking questions about my travel schedule. Brian. My name in her messages to another man felt like a physical blow. I heard Lily's footsteps on the stairs. Daddy, Bluey's over. Can I have a snack? I shoved the phone in my pocket and stood up, forcing my face into something resembling normal. Sure, sweetheart. Let's get you some apple slices. My daughter grabbed my hand, chattering about the episode she'd just watched. I made the appropriate sounds. Really? That's so cool, honey. While my mind raced through the implications of what I'd discovered. Emily would be home in 2 hours. It was Friday, which meant family pizza night. We'd been doing it every week since Lily was born, our sacred tradition. Emily always insisted on it, no matter how busy work got. How many Friday nights had she texted him while sitting across from me? How many times had she smiled at me over pepperoni and lies? I sliced the apple with mechanical precision, my hands steadier now that shock was giving way to something colder. Lily sat at the kitchen counter, swinging her legs and talking about her upcoming kindergarten field trip to the Science Museum. Mommy said she'd try to come as a chaperone, Lily said hopefully. Do you think she can? I don't know, baby. Mommy's pretty busy with work. She's always busy. Lily's voice held no resentment, just simple childhood acceptance of the way things were. I'd been the primary parent for years. Emily's career demanded it, and I'd been happy to step up. I worked from home as a software consultant, setting my own hours, managing my clients around Lily's schedule. Drop-offs, pickups, doctor's appointments, playdates, all me. Emily swooped in for the highlights, birthday parties, school performances, bedtime stories when she made it home early enough. I'd never resented it. I loved being present for my daughter's life. And I'd believed Emily was sacrificing for our family's future, building a career that would give us financial security. Now I wondered how much of her absence was actually about work. The burner phone felt like it was burning through my pocket. I needed to think, to plan, but my thoughts kept fragmenting into rage and disbelief. Who was Jay? How long before Emily planned to leave me? Was she planning to leave at all? Or was I just the convenient husband who raised her child while she lived a double life? My own phone buzzed. A text from Emily. Leaving office now. Want me to grab the pizza or do you want to order? I stared at the message. She'd sent it from her regular phone, the one I knew about, the one that contained our shared calendar and family photos and mundane conversations about grocery lists. How many phones did my wife carry? I typed back, I'll order. See you soon. 3 dots appeared, then, love you. The casual cruelty of it made my jaw clench. I pocketed both phones and turned to Lily, who was finishing her apple slices. Hey, sweetie, how about we make this a special pizza night? We'll get dessert too. Her face lit up. Ice cream? Whatever you want. If this was going to be one of our last family dinners, I wanted my daughter to remember it as a good one. The pizza arrives at 6:30, same as every Friday. I pay the delivery guy with cash from the jar we keep by the door, the one Emily started calling our pizza fund 3 years ago when Lily was barely talking. Back when this tradition meant something, Lily's already at the kitchen table, her coloring book spread out with the precision only a 4-year-old can manage. She's drawn what might be a dinosaur or possibly a dog. The purple throws me off. Daddy, can I have 2 slices? We'll see how you do with one first, sweetie. I set out the plates, the napkins, the cups for milk. My hands move through the routine while my brain keeps circling back to that burner phone, now tucked in my laptop bag upstairs. The messages I've memorized without meaning to. I can still taste you. My wife suspects nothing. This promotion means we'll travel together even more. Emily's car pulls into the driveway at 6:45. I hear the garage door rumble, her heels clicking across the concrete. The door from the garage opens. Something smells amazing, she calls out, exactly like she does every Friday. She appears in the kitchen doorway, still in her work clothes, charcoal pencil skirt, cream blouse, that silver necklace I bought her for our anniversary 2 years ago. Her makeup is perfect. Her smile is perfect. Everything about her performance is perfect. Mommy? Lily scrambles down from her chair. Emily scoops her up, spins her once. There's my girl. Were you good for Daddy today? We went to the park and I went on the big slide 5 times. 5 whole times? You're so brave. I watch this exchange from beside the counter, a slice of pepperoni halfway to my plate. Emily catches my eye over Lily's shoulder, gives me that same warm smile she's been giving me for 6 years. Hey, you, she says. Hey. She sets Lily down, walks over, kisses my cheek. Her perfume, the one I gave her last Christmas, fills my nose. I don't pull away. I don't flinch. I just stand there and let her lips touch my skin while my stomach turns itself inside out. How was your day? She asks, already moving to the wine fridge. Fine. Installed that thermostat. Oh, good. I was starting to think we'd be manually adjusting the temperature like cavemen forever. She pulls out a bottle of Pinot Grigio, the one she likes. Want some? I'm good with water. She pours herself a glass, joins us at the table. Lily's already demolished half her slice, tomato sauce decorating her chin. Emily dabs at it with a napkin, that practiced mother gesture she's perfected despite being absent 60 hours a week. So, Emily says, taking a sip of wine, the Anderson campaign got approved. We're moving forward with the full digital rollout. That's great. It means another trip to Denver next week, unfortunately. but just 2 days this time. I bite into my pizza. It tastes like cardboard. When do you leave? Tuesday morning, back Wednesday night. I know it's a lot, but once this campaign launches, things should calm down. Lily pipes up. Can I come to Denver? Not this time, sweetie. It's boring work stuff. But I'll bring you back something special from the airport, okay? A stuffed animal? We'll see. We eat. Emily talks about her day. Meetings, conference calls, some issue with the creative team. I make appropriate sounds, ask appropriate questions. Lily tells a rambling story about a kid at daycare who brought a pet rock for show and tell. The kitchen clock ticks above the sink. This is what 8 months of betrayal looks like. Pepperoni pizza and Pinot Grigio and a 4-year-old's laughter. Emily's phone buzzes on the table. She glances at it, and something flickers across her face. So quick I almost miss it. Her thumb swipes the notification away. Work? I ask. Just an email, nothing urgent. She sets the phone face down. Actually, I've been thinking. We should plan something for your birthday next month. Maybe a nice dinner out? My mom could watch Lily. Sure. You don't sound enthusiastic. Just tired. She reaches across the table, squeezes my hand. Her wedding ring catches the light. White gold, simple band. The one she picked out herself because she said she wanted something practical for her active lifestyle. I wonder if she takes it off when she's with him. You do so much around here, she says. I don't tell you that enough. I really appreciate everything you do with Lily, keeping the house running. It means I can focus on work without worrying. My throat constricts. I pull my hand back, reach for my water glass. Lily saves me. I'm done. Can I watch cartoons? 30 minutes, I tell her. Then bath time. She races to the living room. I hear the TV click on, the familiar theme song of whatever show she's currently obsessed with. Emily and I sit in the sudden quiet, the pizza box between us like a cardboard barrier. You okay? She asks. You seem off. Just a headache. There's ibuprofen in the bathroom cabinet. I know where we keep the medicine, Emily. She blinks. I was just trying to help. Right, sorry. I stand, start clearing plates. She watches me for a moment, then picks up her wine glass and phone, heads upstairs. I hear the bedroom door close, the shower start running a minute later. I load the dishwasher with mechanical precision. Rinse, stack, repeat. My phone is in my pocket, but I don't need to check it. I know what's on that burner phone upstairs. I've already read enough messages to paint the complete picture. The shower stops. I wipe down the counter, fold the pizza box, take it to the recycling bin in the garage. When I come back inside, Emily's coming down the stairs in yoga pants and an old college sweatshirt, her hair wet and pulled back. I'm going to do some work in the office, she says. That Anderson presentation needs tweaking before Monday. On a Friday night? Executive leadership team, remember? The hours don't really stop. She pauses at the bottom of the stairs. But I should be done by 9. We could watch something together? Maybe. I've got some code to review. Okay. She hesitates, like she wants to say something else, then just nods and disappears into the home office we set up in the spare room. I check on Lily. She's curled up on the couch with her favorite blanket, eyes glued to the screen. I sit beside her, pull her into my lap. She leans against my chest without looking away from the TV. This is what I'm protecting. This right here. Not the marriage, not Emily, not whatever fantasy I'd been living in where my wife actually loved me. Just this small person who didn't ask for any of this, who still thinks her mother hung the moon. My phone buzzes. A text from my brother, Ryan. Still on for golf Sunday? I type back, yeah, need to talk to you about something. Everything okay? In person. You're scaring me, man. Sunday. I set the phone down. Through the wall, I can hear Emily's voice. She's on a call, laughing at something. The sound used to make me smile. Now it just makes me wonder if it's him on the other end. Lily's show ends. Bath time, kiddo. 5 more minutes? Nice try, come on. I run the bath, help her out of her clothes, make sure the water's the right temperature. She plays with her rubber ducks while I sit on the closed toilet lid, watching her. She's got Emily's eyes, my nose, this perfect combination of both of us that exists completely separate from whatever mess we've made. Daddy? Yeah, sweetie? Why do you look sad? My chest tightens. I'm not sad, just thinking. About what? Grown-up stuff, nothing important. She accepts this, returns to her ducks. I wash her hair, help her rinse, wrap her in a towel. By the time she's in pajamas and we've read 2 books, it's past 8. She's asleep before I finish the second story. I stand in her doorway for a long moment, watching her breathe. Then I go to my laptop bag and pull out the burner phone. I'm staring at the burner phone again, the screen casting blue light across my face in the dark bedroom. Emily's breathing is steady beside me, the same rhythm I've listened to for 8 years of marriage. She came home from work at 7:30, kissed Lily's forehead, asked about my headache with what seemed like genuine concern. I told her I was feeling better. Another lie to match hers. The phone vibrates in my hand. A new message from Jay. Can't stop thinking about last week. Denver can't come soon enough. My jaw clenches. I wait, watching the screen. 3 dots appear as Emily, my Emily, sleeping 18 inches away from me, types her response on whatever device she's hidden. Tuesday feels like forever. Missing you. The casual intimacy of it burns worse than the explicit messages from earlier. This isn't just physical, they miss each other. I slip out of bed, taking the burner phone with me. Emily doesn't stir. Why would she? I'm predictable, reliable Brian. Up for a glass of water, maybe checking on Lily. The dutiful husband and father. In my home office, I close the door and open my laptop. The rage I've been suppressing since this afternoon needs direction, purpose. I pull up a blank document and start typing everything I know. Emily Jones. I stop, delete. Emily Walker. Senior Marketing Director, Caldwell & Associates. Affair with colleague Jay began approximately 8 months ago, coinciding with promotion to executive leadership team. The clinical language helps. Facts, not feelings. Evidence. Burner phone hidden behind bedroom dresser. Text message history spanning 8 months. References to meetings during business travel to Chicago, April, Atlanta, May, Boston, June, Denver, July. Upcoming Denver trip scheduled Tuesday. Wednesday, actual return Friday per messages. I scroll through the burner phone again, screenshotting messages. The photos saved to the phone's internal storage. I'll need to transfer these somewhere Emily can't access or delete. A cloud account she doesn't know about. Maybe Ryan's computer. More messages appear in real time. Jay. My wife asked why I'm smiling at my phone. Emily. What did you tell her? Jay. Funny meme from the office. She bought it. Emily. We're getting too comfortable. Need to be more careful. Jay. I know. But God, Em, I can't help it. You make me feel alive again. I screenshot it all. Document, preserve, prepare. The affair partner is married. Another family about to implode. Maybe Jay's wife deserves to know too, but that's not my priority. Lily is my priority. Protecting her, securing her future, making sure Emily's choices don't destroy our daughter's stability. My phone, my real phone, sits on the desk beside the laptop. I pick it up, open a new note, and start a different list. Questions for Ryan. Lawyer recommendations. Family law. Experience with custody. Private investigator. Verify Jay's identity. Document affair. Financial accounts. Check for hidden accounts. Unusual withdrawals. Timeline. How long before filing? Gather more evidence? Sunday feels impossibly far away. 2 more days of pretending everything's normal. 2 more days of Emily coming home, kissing Lily, asking about my day while she texts her lover from the bathroom. The burner phone vibrates again. J. I love you, Em. This isn't just about the sex anymore. You know that, right? The response takes longer this time. I imagine Emily in our bed, phone hidden under the covers, carefully crafting her reply. Emily. I know. I love you too. This is real. My hands are shaking. I set the burner phone down before I throw it against the wall. She loves him. This isn't a mistake, isn't a midlife crisis or a moment of weakness. Emily loves this person. Has loved him for months while sleeping beside me, while watching Lily blow out birthday candles, while accepting my congratulations on her promotion. The promotion that started all of this. I pull up our bank accounts on the laptop, something I should have done hours ago. Joint checking shows normal activity. Groceries, Lily's preschool, utilities. Our savings account is untouched. Emily's individual checking account, the one she opened for business expenses, shows regular deposits from her salary. And withdrawals. Hundreds of dollars every few weeks, always in cash. Amounts small enough not to trigger alerts, large enough to add up. I calculate quickly. Over 8 months, she's pulled out nearly $6,000. Hotel rooms that her company isn't paying for. Dinners. Gifts, probably. A whole secret life funded by the career I supported, the late nights I never questioned, the business trips I helped her pack for. My email pings. A message from Emily's calendar. She must have added me years ago when Lily was born, so I'd know her schedule. New event. Executive retreat. Aspen, October 15th, 18. October 15th is 3 weeks away. 4 days in Aspen for an executive retreat that's probably real, probably legitimate. But I check the burner phone anyway, scrolling forward through scheduled messages. Nothing yet about Aspen. But there's a message from 3 days ago I missed earlier. J. Did you see the retreat location? I requested the Mountain View Suite. Emily. Separate reservations, same floor. Perfect. They're planning it. Already coordinating their rooms, their cover story. The company pays for the retreat. Emily's affair gets a romantic mountain backdrop, and I stay home with Lily none the wiser. Except now I am wiser. I forward the calendar invitation to my personal email, then screenshot the messages about Aspen. Evidence. Documentation. The paper trail that will matter when lawyers get involved. Because lawyers will get involved. That's clear now, sitting here at 2 in the morning, watching my wife's double life unspool in real time. The office door opens. I minimize the laptop screen, slip the burner phone under a stack of papers. Brian? Emily's voice is soft, sleep rough. You okay? You've been up for a while. She's wearing my old college t-shirt, the one she stole years ago and claimed as her own. Her hair is messy, face bare of makeup. She looks like the woman I married, the woman I thought I knew. Couldn't sleep, I say. My voice sounds normal, steady. Headache came back. Didn't want to disturb you. She crosses to my desk and my heart hammers. The burner phone is 6 inches from her hand, barely hidden. If she looks down, if she notices, but she doesn't. She rests her hand on my shoulder, thumb rubbing small circles the way she used to when we were dating. You work too hard, she says. Even at night. Come back to bed. The hypocrisy would be funny if it didn't make me want to scream. She's texting her lover from our bed while telling me I work too hard. In a minute, I say. Just need to finish this email. She leans down, kisses the top of my head. The gesture feels like muscle memory, automatic affection with no real feeling behind it. Don't stay up too late, she says. Lily will have you up early. Then she's gone, padding back down the hallway to our bedroom. To wait for more messages from Jay, probably. To plan their Denver reunion while lying in the bed we bought together. I wait until I hear the bedroom door close. Then I pull the burner phone back out and take more screenshots. Every message, every detail. The times, the dates, the casual mentions of her lies. My regular phone buzzes. A text from Ryan. You still up? Couldn't sleep. I stare at it for a long moment, then type, yeah, we need to talk sooner than Sunday. Tomorrow? The response comes immediately. Brunch? I'll come to you. 10 a.m.? Make it 11, after Lily's cartoons. Done. You okay? I look at the burner phone, at the laptop screen full of evidence, at the closed office door separating me from my wife and her secrets. No, but I will be. The fire escape rattles under my feet, each metal step groaning in protest. October wind whips across the Manhattan skyline, carrying the smell of exhaust and roasted nuts from the street vendor 12 stories below. I grip the rusted railing, feeling the grit of city residue under my palms. Just checking the gutter, I'd told Mrs. Kaufman in 4B when she caught me in the hallway with my toolbox. Emily mentioned water damage. Emily, who's supposedly on the roof right now, finishing her Tuesday afternoon roof yoga meditation session. The same Emily who's been using our building's rooftop access for the past 3 weeks, always between 2 and 4 p.m., always on Tuesdays and Thursdays, always when I'm supposedly at my office in Midtown. Except I work from home now. Have for the past month since my company went fully remote. A detail I haven't mentioned to her yet. The fire escape ladder ends 1 floor below the roof. I hoist myself up the final rungs, my toolbox banging against my hip. The October sun sits heavy in the haze, turning the skyline into a watercolor blur. I can hear voices now. Laughter. My head clears the roof ledge. Emily reclines on a lounge chair, topless, her skin gleaming with what looks like tanning oil. Beside her, champagne flutes catch the afternoon light. And there, settling onto the adjacent lounger, is Vincent Caruso, our building super. His shirt's already off, draped over the back of his chair. To Tuesdays, Vincent says, raising his glass. Emily laughs, that low sound she used to make only for me. To having the whole roof to ourselves. The champagne flutes clink. My hands tighten on the ladder rung. The metal cuts into my palms. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of roof yoga meditation. 3 weeks of her coming home with that relaxed, satisfied glow I'd attributed to exercise and fresh air. I should feel shocked, devastated. Instead, there's just this cold clarity spreading through my chest like ice water. Vincent leans closer, his hand reaching for her shoulder. I pull myself onto the roof. The movement catches Vincent's eye. He jerks upright, champagne sloshing over the rim of his glass. What the? Don't stop on my account. My voice comes out flat. Calm. I set the toolbox down with deliberate care. I'm just here to fix the gutter. You know, the one that's been leaking into 4B? The one you said you'd handle 3 weeks ago? Emily scrambles to cover herself, grabbing for her shirt. Brian, this isn't roof yoga meditation. I walk toward them, my boots scuffing against the tar paper. That's what you called it. Very specific, very detailed. Vincent stands, reaching for his own shirt. I'm faster. My hands hook into his belt loops and I yank, hard. He stumbles backward, arms windmilling. The lounge chair tips, sending him sprawling onto the roof surface. Brian! Emily's on her feet now, shirt clutched to her chest. Stop it! I grab the bucket I'd left by the gutter drain last week. It's half full of stagnant rainwater, leaves floating on the surface like a swamp. The water sloshes as I lift it. You want to cool off? I swing the bucket in a wide arc. The water hits them both. Emily shrieks. Vincent sputters, wiping his face. Dead leaves stick to his chest hair. My phone's already out. I open the megaphone app I downloaded for Lily's school field day last month. My voice booms across the rooftop, echoing off the surrounding buildings. Attention co-op board members. Please report to the roof. Building Super Vincent Caruso is currently violating multiple resident conduct policies. Jesus Christ, Vincent mutters, searching for his shoes. I keep the megaphone going. That's VINCENTCARUSO. Building Super, currently compromising building security by conducting personal affairs during work hours. Windows open in the surrounding buildings. Faces appear. Someone across the street raises a phone, filming. Brian, put that down. Emily's voice shakes. She's pulled her shirt on inside out, the tag visible at her throat. We can talk about this. Talk. The word tastes bitter. Like we talked about your yoga sessions? Or should I say, your horizontal meditation practice? Vincent edges toward the roof access door. I move faster, positioning myself between him and escape. My toolbox sits right there, nails and hammer visible through the open lid. You're not going anywhere yet, Vincent. I pull out my phone again, switching apps. The building's resident chat group loads. 83 members. Everyone who owns or rents in our co-op. I start typing. My fingers fly across the screen. The message composes itself with mechanical precision. Super scandal alert. Building Super Vincent Caruso caught conducting affair with resident Emily Patterson on rooftop during work hours. Multiple violations. Unauthorized personal use of common areas, neglect of maintenance duties, C4B water damage report from 3 weeks ago, potential security breach, providing roof access to residents for non-approved activities. Photos attached. I snap 3 quick shots. Emily covering her face. Vincent's champagne setup. The abandoned yoga mat that's clearly never been used, still folded in its original packaging against the roof wall. Don't you dare, Emily hisses. My thumb hovers over send. Brian, her voice cracks. Please, think about what this will do. I did think. I hit send. The message whooshes into the digital void. I thought about it while you were up here every Tuesday and Thursday. I thought about it while you told me how centered your roof sessions made you feel. I thought about it while Vincent kept ignoring Mrs. Kaufman's maintenance requests because he was too busy scheduling his next rendezvous. My phone starts buzzing immediately. Message notifications flooding in. Vincent makes another move toward the door. I grab the hammer from my toolbox. The ladder. I point to the fire escape. That's your exit. You can't watch me. I climb down to where the ladder meets the platform. The construction spikes in my toolbox are 3 inches long, designed for outdoor decking. I pull out 4 of them. The hammer feels solid in my hand. The first spike goes through the ladder's side rail into the brick wall. The sound echoes sharp and final across the roof. The second spike follows. Then the third. The fourth. Brian, stop! Emily's at the roof edge now, looking down. You can't trap us up here. I'm not trapping you. I climb back up, leaving the ladder secured firmly to the wall. The roof access door works fine. You'll just have to walk through the building, past Mrs. Kaufman in 4B, past the Hendersons in 7A, past everyone who's currently reading about your yoga sessions in the resident chat. Vincent's phone rings. He looks at the screen and his face goes pale. It's the board president. Better answer it. I collect my toolbox. Professionalism and all. Emily grabs my arm. Her fingers are cold despite the afternoon sun. We need to talk. About us. About how you've been sleeping with the building super for 3 weeks? I pull free from her grip. About how you've been lying to my face every Tuesday and Thursday. About how you used our co-op fees to fund your affair, since Vincent's salary comes from our maintenance charges. Her hand drops. The board will want statements, I continue. I'd recommend getting your story straight. Though I'm not sure what story explains champagne and tanning oil during a yoga session. I head for the roof access door. Behind me, Vincent's phone keeps ringing. Emily started crying. Those sharp, angry sobs that used to make me want to fix whatever was wrong. Now they just sound like static. The door closes behind me with a heavy click. The stairwell smells like old paint and cleaning solution. My phone won't stop buzzing. The resident chats exploded to over 40 messages in the past 2 minutes. Mrs. Kaufman. Is this why my ceiling's still leaking? Someone from 9C. I saw them going up there last week. Thought it was weird. The board president. Emergency meeting tonight. 7 p.m. All board members required. I descend the stairs slowly, my toolbox banging against my leg with each step. 12 floors. Enough time for the ice water in my chest to spread to my limbs, my fingers, the base of my skull. Enough time to start planning my next call. My divorce attorney's number is already pulled up on my phone by the time I reach our apartment door. The megaphone app blares my voice across the entire rooftop terrace, bouncing off the surrounding buildings. Attention, all co-op board members. Emergency meeting required. Rooftop, now. Vincent scrambles off the lounger, his pale belly jiggling as he yanks his shirt down. Emily grabs for her bikini top, but I'm already moving. The bucket of rainwater I'd hauled up to clear the gutter sloshes in my grip as I cross the distance between us. Brian, wait, Emily starts. I dump the entire contents over both of them. The water hits like a cold slap of reality. Emily shrieks, champagne flute shattering on the concrete. Vincent sputters, his thinning hair plastered to his skull. The designer bikini top floats in the puddle spreading across the rooftop tiles. You piece of... Vincent lunges toward me, but his wet loafers slip on the concrete. He catches himself against the lounger. I hit the megaphone app again. Vincent Caruso, building superintendent, currently engaged in inappropriate conduct with resident on rooftop during work hours. Turn that off, Emily's voice cracks. She's clutching a towel around herself now, mascara running down her cheeks. Brian, please, we can talk about this. Talk? I laugh, and it sounds wrong even to my ears. Like how we talked about your roof yoga meditation every Tuesday and Thursday. Those talks? Vincent's found his footing now. Listen, buddy, you're trespassing on common area property. I'm a resident. I live in 4C, the unit where my wife supposedly does yoga while you're up here doing maintenance. I pull out my phone, already recording. The video quality is perfect. Vincent's unbuttoned shirt, the champagne bottle, Emily's bikini floating in the puddle. The skyline haze frames it all like some twisted postcard. Delete that. Vincent takes a step toward me. Right now, or I'll have you removed from the building. You'll have me removed? I back toward the fire escape, keeping the phone steady. That's interesting. Let's see what the board thinks about that. Emily's eyes widen. Brian, don't... I'm already typing in the building's resident chat. My fingers know the routine. I've posted about package deliveries, noise complaints, the broken elevator. This message is different. Super scandal. Building Superintendent Vincent Caruso caught with resident Emily Patterson on rooftop during work hours. Photographic evidence available. Board action required immediately. I attach the video. Hit send. The response is immediate. My phone buzzes with notifications. Mrs. Kowalski from 6B, the Johnsons from 2A. Phil Brennan, board president, types in all caps. Emergency board meeting, rooftop, 10 minutes. You bastard! Vincent's face has gone from pale to purple. You absolute... Careful. I'm at the fire escape now, 1 foot on the ladder. The whole building's watching the chat. Emily wraps the towel tighter. Brian, please. We need to talk privately. This isn't… Isn't what? Isn't the truth? I descend 3 rungs of the ladder. Enjoy explaining this to the board. I've got some hardware shopping to do. Vincent rushes to the edge. Where do you think you're going? I don't answer. I'm already climbing down, the metal ladder cold under my palms. Behind me, I hear Emily's voice, high and desperate. Brian, wait! We can fix this! The hardware store on Amsterdam Avenue knows me by name. I've been in twice this week already, getting supplies to fix the gutter that led me to this moment. The irony isn't lost on me. Back again? Jerry at the counter grins. That gutter giving you more trouble? Something like that. I grab a box of 3-inch construction spikes, the heavy-duty ones. Need these and a hammer. Doing some serious work? You could say that. The walk back to the building takes 8 minutes. My phone won't stop buzzing. The resident chat has exploded. 47 new messages. I don't read them. I know what they say. Mrs. Kowalski is probably clutching her pearls. The Johnsons are probably demanding Vincent's immediate termination. Phil Brennan is probably having a stroke trying to manage the PR nightmare. The fire escape ladder hangs at street level, waiting. I pull it down one last time, climb up to the 4th floor landing, our landing, outside our apartment window. The window where Emily used to kiss me goodbye before her yoga sessions. The hammer feels good in my hand. Solid. Real. I position the first spike at the top rung where the ladder connects to the mounting bracket. The metal bites into metal with each strike. 3 hits, and it's through. The sound echoes off the brick walls. Second spike. Third. Fourth. I work methodically, securing the ladder in its extended position, making it impossible to retract. Anyone who wants to access the roof now has to go through the building's main stairs, past the lobby, past the security cameras, past any pretense of privacy. My phone rings. Emily. I silence it. Another spike. The rhythm is meditative. Strike. 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 A window opens below me. Hey, what are you doing up there? I don't stop. Maintenance. That doesn't look like maintenance. Call the super. Oh wait, he's busy. The window slams shut. I finish the last spike as voices echo from above. The board must have arrived. I can hear Phil Brennan's booming voice, Mrs. Kowalski's scandalized gasp. Someone's crying. Probably Emily. My phone buzzes again. This time it's a text from Emily. Please come up. We need to talk to the board together. I type back, you're on your own. Another message. Brian, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Please. The word mistake sits on my screen like a joke. A mistake is forgetting to buy milk. A mistake is missing a turn. 6 months of Tuesday and Thursday. Yoga sessions isn't a mistake. It's a choice. I climb down the ladder, testing each spike. Solid, immovable, perfect. The lobby is chaos when I walk in. Residents cluster around the mailboxes, phones out, checking the chat. Conversations stop when they see me. Someone whispers. Someone else nods sympathetically. Brian. It's Mr. Jones. No, Mr. Patterson from 5D. Different Patterson, no relation to Emily. Is it true? About Vincent and your wife? Check the chat. His face falls. I'm sorry, man. That's rough. I take the elevator to the 4th floor. Our apartment feels different now, smaller. The furniture we picked out together, the paint colors Emily insisted on, the framed photos of us at the Statue of Liberty, at Central Park, at our wedding. It all feels like set dressing for a play that's ended. I walk to the bedroom. Her yoga mat is rolled up in the corner, pristine and unused. Of course it is. My laptop sits on the desk. I open it and start typing. The email to my lawyer is brief and clinical. Tom. Need to discuss immediate divorce proceedings. Adultery, documented evidence available. Also need to discuss property claims. Specifically interested in penthouse unit 7A currently owned by building. We'll explain details in person. Available tomorrow morning? Send. The response comes back in 3 minutes. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. Bring everything. My phone explodes with a call. Phil Brennan. I answer. Brian, we need you at this meeting. His voice is strained. The board is voting on Vincent's employment, and there are questions about, I've said everything I need to say. It's in the chat. Your wife is requesting. She's not my wife. Not anymore. I hang up. The apartment is quiet. Too quiet. I can hear the building's ancient pipes groaning, the distant sound of traffic on Amsterdam, the muffled voices from the rooftop above. My phone buzzes one more time. Emily. The board voted. Vincent's being evicted. Are you happy now? I stare at the message for a long moment. Happy? No. Satisfied? Maybe. Justified? Absolutely. I type back. Talk to my lawyer and start looking for a new place, preferably one with a basement view. Then I block her number. The penthouse unit, 7A, has been vacant for 3 months. The previous owner moved to Florida, and the board's been sitting on it, debating whether to sell or rent. It has floor-to-ceiling windows, a private terrace, and a view of the entire Manhattan skyline. Emily always wanted that unit. She'd drag me to open houses, pointing out the features, imagining our future there. Tomorrow morning, I'll make Tom an offer the board can't refuse. Cash. Immediate. Full asking price. And Emily can have the 4th floor walk-up. Or better yet, she can find somewhere else entirely. Somewhere with a view of a brick wall and a dumpster. I walk to the window and look out at the fire escape, at the ladder I've nailed shut, at the rooftop where my marriage ended. The sky is turning orange over the Hudson. Beautiful, really. My phone is blessedly silent now. The building chat has moved on to logistics, emergency board elections, new superintendent interviews, policy changes about rooftop access. I should feel something. Grief, maybe. Rage. Loss. Instead, I feel clear. Focused. Like I've been living in fog for months and someone finally turned on the lights. The yoga mat in the corner catches my eye again. I grab it, walk to the trash chute in the hallway and stuff it through. It makes a satisfying thump as it falls. 1 down. Tomorrow, the rest. The building's resident chat explodes within minutes. My phone buzzes so relentlessly I have to silence it. Through the window, I watch Emily and Vincent scrambling on the roof, trying to pry open the fire escape hatch I've nailed shut from below. The construction spikes I borrowed from the renovation crew on the 3rd floor did their job perfectly. Vincent's phone is still on the lounger, visible in my broadcast. Emily's wrapped in a towel now, her face crimson. Whether from sun exposure or humiliation, I can't tell and don't care. My megaphone app amplifies every word they're shouting. The whole building can hear Vincent cursing, Emily demanding he fix this, both of them blaming each other for not hearing me climb the fire escape. Brian, please! Emily's voice crackles through my phone speaker. She's found her own phone, calling me while half-naked on our building's roof. This isn't what it looks like. I end the call without responding. The resident chat has already done my talking for me. Building chat, Riverside Co-op. Karen 4B, is this real? Our super? David P7A. I always wondered why he was so attentive to 8C's maintenance requests. Jessica W2C. The co-op board needs to see this immediately. Tommy R5D. Already forwarded to board president. Emergency meeting tonight. Linda K. Bark 6B. Or Brian T. 8C. I'm so sorry. We're here for you. Steve M1A. How long has this been going on? My wife said she saw them on the roof together last month. Brian T. 8C. 8 weeks. Every Tuesday and Thursday during her roof yoga meditation. I have her calendar screenshots if the board needs them. The messages keep flowing. I screenshot everything, forwarding the entire thread to my brother Ryan, who's already connected me with his divorce attorney friend Patricia Webb. She practices family law in Manhattan and has a reputation for being ruthless but fair. My phone rings. Ryan. Jesus Christ, Brian. You nailed them to the roof? The fire escape. They can still access the stairwell from the other side once they walk around. I just wanted them to sweat a little. I glance at my laptop screen showing the live feed. Literally. Patricia wants to meet tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. at her office. She said bring everything. Building chat logs, calendar evidence, photos, bank statements, everything. Already compiled. I've been documenting for 3 weeks. Ryan goes quiet. 3 weeks? You knew for 3 weeks? I suspected after I noticed the pattern in her schedule. Roof yoga always coincided with Vincent's break times. Then I checked our building's security camera request logs. Emily filed complaints about the lobby camera angles 2 months ago, got them repositioned away from the elevator to the roof access. Said it was a privacy concern. That's premeditation. That's Emily. Strategic planning is her specialty. The bitterness in my voice surprises even me. She applied the same professional skills to her affair that she did to her marketing campaigns. Through the window, I watch Vincent finally succeed in opening the roof access door on the far side. Emily follows him, still clutching her towel, her champagne-fueled confidence completely evaporated. The board president just texted me, I tell Ryan. Emergency meeting in 20 minutes. They want me there. You going? Absolutely. The co-op board meets in the community room on the ground floor. I arrive exactly on time, my laptop tucked under my arm, USB drives in my pocket containing backup copies of everything. Board President Gerald Foster sits at the head of the table, flanked by the 4 other board members. Their expressions range from sympathetic to mortified. Vincent stands in the corner, now wearing his maintenance uniform, his face the color of raw meat. Emily isn't here. Smart of her. She has no standing at a board meeting about employee misconduct. Brian, thank you for coming. Gerald gestures to an empty chair. I think we all saw the broadcast. The evidence speaks for itself, I say, setting my laptop on the table. But I have additional documentation if you need it. Board member Phyllis Jones, I remind myself to think of her as Phyllis Baker, using her actual last name, leans forward. This is highly inappropriate, but we need to follow proper procedure. Vincent, you're here in your capacity as building superintendent. These are serious allegations. Allegations? Vincent's voice cracks. He trapped us on the roof. He violated my privacy by broadcasting. You were on a shared rooftop space, in full view of anyone who accessed it, I interrupt. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy. I simply documented what I found during my attempt to repair the gutter, which, by the way, has been leaking into our bedroom ceiling for 6 weeks despite 3 maintenance requests. Gerald's expression hardens. Is that true, Vincent? I've been busy with my wife? The words come out colder than I intend. Every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, like clockwork. While I worked from home, believing she was practicing yoga and meditation on the roof. I opened my laptop, pulling up the spreadsheet I created. Here's every roof yoga session from Emily's calendar for the past 8 weeks. Here's Vincent's time card data. I requested it under the co-op's transparency policy last week. Notice how his break times align perfectly with her schedule? The board members lean in, studying the data. Phyllis's mouth forms a thin line. I also have the building's champagne delivery logs. I click to another tab. Vincent signed for premium champagne deliveries on 12 occasions over the past 2 months, charged to the building's hospitality budget. The budget intended for board meetings and resident events. Gerald's face flushes. He what? Check your accounts. The champagne wasn't cheap. Vincent slumps against the wall. I was going to reimburse. With what money? Board member Robert Hayes cuts in. Your salary doesn't cover 12 bottles of Veuve Clicquot. My wife bought them, Vincent mutters. She doesn't know what they were for. The room goes silent. Even I hadn't known Vincent was married. The irony would be funny if it didn't make me want to put my fist through the wall. Gerald clears his throat. Vincent, step outside, please. We need to discuss this privately. Vincent leaves without argument, his shoulders hunched. The moment the door closes, Gerald turns to me. I'm deeply sorry, Brian. This is unconscionable. Not just the personal betrayal, but the misuse of building resources, the neglect of maintenance duties, the breach of professional boundaries with a resident. I want him gone, I say flatly. Fired, evicted from the superintendent's unit, and barred from the property. And I want it in writing that this termination is for cause, so he can't claim wrongful dismissal. Phyllis nods. We'll vote tonight. Given the evidence, I don't see how we can keep him employed. There's one more thing. I pull up the final document on my screen. The penthouse unit. 9A. It's been vacant for 4 months while the board debates whether to sell or rent it. Gerald frowns. What about it? Emily has wanted that unit since we moved into this building 5 years ago. She's mentioned it at every board meeting, every resident event, every casual conversation in the elevator. The view, the private terrace, the extra bedroom. It's been her obsession. Understanding dawns on Robert's face. You want to buy it. I want first right of refusal in the divorce settlement. Emily gets the basement storage unit we currently rent. Plenty of room for her things. I get 8C and the option to purchase 9A at the current assessed value. That's... Phyllis pauses, a small smile tugging at her lips. That's poetic. That's strategic, I correct. She used the roof to betray me. She loses roof access, permanently. Gerald exchanges glances with the other board members. Some silent communication passes between them. We can't promise anything in your divorce proceedings, Gerald says carefully. But if you were to submit a purchase application for 9A, the board would review it with considerable sympathy, especially given your exemplary residency record and the circumstances. That's all I'm asking. The vote to terminate Vincent takes 4 minutes. Unanimous. The vote to evict him from the superintendent's unit takes 3. Also unanimous. Gerald promises to have the termination letter and eviction notice delivered by end of business tomorrow. When I leave the community room, Vincent is gone. Emily is waiting in the lobby, now fully dressed, her hair still damp from what I assume was a frantic shower. She stands when she sees me. Brian, we need to talk. No, we don't. I walk past her toward the elevator. She follows. You humiliated me in front of the entire building. I stop, turn. I documented what you did. You humiliated yourself. It was a mistake. A stupid, meaningless... 8 weeks isn't a mistake, Emily. 8 weeks is a choice. Multiple choices, actually. Every Tuesday and Thursday for 2 months. The elevator arrives. I step inside. She tries to follow, but I hold up my hand. Patricia Webb. She's my attorney. Have yours contact her. We'll handle everything through legal channels from now on. You can't just... The doors close on her protest. As the elevator rises, I feel something shift inside my chest. Not relief, not satisfaction. Just a cold, clear certainty that I'm doing exactly what needs to be done. My phone buzzes. Ryan. Ryan. Board voted? Me. Vincent's fired and evicted. I'm buying the penthouse. Ryan. Holy shit. You're serious about this. Me. She wanted the rooftop view. Now she can have the basement instead. Ryan. Remind me never to cross you. I pocket my phone as the elevator reaches the 8th floor. Through the window at the end of the hallway, I can see the roof access door. The same roof where Emily spent 8 weeks lying to me, drinking champagne with another man while I worked 30 feet below, trusting her completely. Not anymore. Tomorrow, I meet with Patricia. Next week, Emily gets served with divorce papers. And sometime soon, I'll stand on the private terrace of Unit 9A, looking out at the skyline Emily always dreamed of claiming, knowing she'll never see this view from anywhere but the street below. The apartment is quiet when I enter. Empty. Exactly how I want it. 6 months later. The penthouse terrace catches the last rays of April sunlight, turning the Hudson River into molten copper. I stand at the railing with my coffee, watching the city transition from day to evening. Below, somewhere in the maze of streets and buildings, Emily exists in whatever life she's constructed from the wreckage. I don't think about her much anymore. The divorce finalized 3 weeks ago. Patricia Webb was worth every dollar. Emily's attorney tried to claim emotional distress, attempted to argue for the penthouse as part of the settlement, even suggested I'd orchestrated entrapment. The judge reviewed the evidence. The calendar overlaps, the champagne receipts, the resident chat logs, the video I'd taken that afternoon. Mrs. Patterson, Judge Williams had said, her voice dry as autumn leaves, you conducted an affair on shared property during scheduled times you claimed were for personal wellness with a building employee who misappropriated co-op funds. Mr. Patterson documented what was already occurring. That's not entrapment. That's due diligence. Emily got our old apartment and half the savings. I got the penthouse, which I'd purchased from the co-op board at assessed value 3 days after Vincent's termination. The math worked in my favor. The appreciation on 9A offset the settlement costs, and Emily's legal fees consumed most of her share anyway. Vincent disappeared entirely. Last I heard, he moved to New Jersey. His wife divorced him too, apparently. The co-op hired a new superintendent, a retired Marine named Tom who treats the building like a military operation. The gutters have never been cleaner. My phone buzzes. Ryan. Ryan. Still coming to dinner Sunday? Mom's asking. Me. Wouldn't miss it. Tell her I'm bringing dessert. Ryan. She wants to know if you're seeing anyone. I look out at the skyline, at the view Emily coveted for 5 years. The private terrace where I sometimes eat breakfast, where I've started reading again, where I've learned to enjoy silence. Me. Tell her I'm seeing myself clearly for the first time in years. That's enough for now. The resident chat pings, someone asking about the community garden committee. I've joined 3 building committees since moving to the penthouse, gotten to know neighbors I'd only nodded at before. Mrs. Patterson from 5D brings me soup when she makes extra. The Johnsons invite me to their monthly game nights. Phyllis Baker asked me to join the co-op board last month. I accepted. Life has a strange way of filling the spaces we think will stay empty forever. I finish my coffee as the city lights begin flickering on, thousands of windows illuminating thousands of lives. Each one contains its own dramas, betrayals, recoveries, transformations. Mine is just one story among millions, remarkable only in how unremarkable it ultimately became. Emily taught me something valuable, though she never intended to. People show you who they are through their choices, not their words. She chose champagne and deception. I chose documentation and clarity. We both got exactly what we chose. The sunset fades to twilight. I head inside, leaving the terrace door open to let in the spring air. Tomorrow I have a meeting with a potential client, a consulting project that excites me more than work has in years. Next week I'm taking a photography class at the community center, something I've wanted to do since college but never made time for. The penthouse is quiet, but it's not empty. It's full of possibility, of space to grow, of room to become whoever I'm supposed to be next. I've learned that betrayal can be a gift if you let it redirect rather than define you. Emily didn't destroy me. She freed me from a marriage built on assumptions I never questioned, from a life I was living on autopilot, from a version of myself that accepted less than I deserved. The roof access door is visible from my kitchen window. I see it every day, a reminder not of what I lost, but of what I found. My own clarity, my own strength, my own capacity to act decisively when everything falls apart. Some men might have chosen differently: confrontation, forgiveness, couples therapy, another chance. Maybe that works for them. But I've learned that sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is walk away from people who treat your trust like a renewable resource. Emily made her choices. I made mine. And standing here in the home I claimed from the ashes of my marriage, looking out at a view she'll never have, I know I chose correctly. The city glows beneath me, indifferent and eternal. Tomorrow will come whether I'm ready or not. But tonight, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Alone, clear-eyed, and finally, peacefully free.